It's been so great having you over here. Oh my God, you know that wedding shop on Main Street? They're holding casting calls for models. How fun would that be? Are you actually upset about your dad? Listen to me. You are better off. I mean, you're right. He's keeping you from being famous. My parents did that.
I should really show you my portfolio.
Portfolio?
Yeah, it's really developing. I just, hey Lisa, I'll see you later.
Okay, bye.
Arrivederci.
Supplementary thoughts packed onto my list of caveats as to why I'm away from you. I know I've made mistakes before, and I know I've used cliches before, but when I'm away from you, I feel like Peter Pettigrew. Now I know that I am sorry. Now I'm gone, and I know that everything I went out looking for is waiting for me right back here at home.
Hey, welcome! We're very fortunate to have Brittany Stallman, the writer, director, producer of the brilliant short film Mode, which I also happen to act in, but that has no bearing as to whether or not it's on this show. So Brittany, tell us about Mode. It's an extremely deep and complex film for something so brief, you know, a short. How did you come to create this?
Well, in some ways it's kind of a semi-autobiographical thing. My senior year of high school, my father lost his job, and I remember being, of course it was a very difficult situation, but I just struggled with a lot of things because, you know, we used to have this and now we don't. And at the time, didn't come through, but now that I'm older, I look back and it was a turning point in my life because it made me mature. I had to get over some of the things that weren't going to happen. And so this was kind of my dedication to my parents who did their best to get through that situation.
So your dad actually tried to be a writer?
Well, no, not really. My dad's not my dad at all.
Okay.
He's more likely to play poker online or something. But no, I did that because I wanted to show the parallels too. Because my other theme of that is that you have to keep your responsibilities, but you don't have to lose yourself in them either. And so I wanted to show both a young person and an older person who have different types of responsibilities and different kinds of dreams that they can both do them.
What class was this for? Was this for a higher level class?
If anyone's familiar with the University of Minnesota system, it's a COM 5110, which is a graduate senior or a senior undergraduate level class. And I did this for my senior paper, so my film means I can graduate now, hopefully soon.
So instead of writing a paper, you got to do a film.
Yeah, and I was really lucky to do that because that's not very common at all. The teacher for this had to get a special permission from the president or something.
So I noticed after watching it some of the difficulties with like the Steadicam, the steering wheel one you used.
Right, the fig rig.
Wasn't quite as smooth as I was expecting it to be.
No, not at all. But people laughed at me when I told them that I used the fig rig. For you guys out there, it's kind of like a steering wheel that you mount a camera on, and the camera I used for it is heavy. That's why I had the strong men in my life carry it for filming. It's one of the heavier cameras that we can use at the University of Minnesota. And so when I told people I used that camera on the fig rig, they laughed. They're like, how'd you do that? That's ridiculous. And so yeah, it isn't as steady, but if you see in the film, I kept it. I didn't reshoot the scenes because to me it worked. To me it just kind of felt that you're walking along with him. But
when you were putting the film together, did everything go exactly the way you thought it would?
I did a ton of pre-production on this, and I worked with this story for about a couple of months before I filmed it. And so I knew it forwards and backwards, and I knew what I wanted, I knew what I needed. And I didn't do much improvisation on location.
So you visualized everything in your mind
Well,
first.
I visualized and then I wrote it down and drew pictures and all of that, so I wouldn't forget it. Pre-production is awesome because when it turned out, it was like it was in my head. Nothing really surprising.
And I was also very impressed with the music.
Yes. That would be my good friend Eric Kramlinger. He's currently in Washington, D.C., but he's coming back. Check him out. He has his own record label, Cramule Records, and he puts out CDs every once in a while. I love the music. It's excellent. He actually let us borrow some music, too, for a video for the University of Minnesota's website for communication studies graduate students to try to get them to the use. So you might see his work on other things that I also have my name on too.
Did he do this music specifically for Mode?
No, he didn't.
Well, it's amazing how well it fits.
I know, isn't it? I was surprised at that too. No, he just sent me some tracks he had previously made and I believe are on his upcoming record.